Hi everyone, I'm back. Now I did say in the last video that when I made these, that I was going to show you in part 2. This was part 1, the flowers, and then I'm going to show you in part 2 how to do the leaves. I do have videos on how to do several leaves already, but I just thought I'll share with you how I made those as well. So this is the leaf we're going to do. Now, somebody's asked me about the thread I use. We did sell these, but we've sold out. But I use this thread. It's like a crochet thread because they're very strong. It's that, or I use a silk thread. But for this particular video, I'm going to use this crochet thread. And you don't need to double it. That's the best thing about it because it's quite strong. Make sure you give it a good knot. A lot of people ask me how I do the knot. You wrap it around your finger like that. Roll it to the end of your finger and pull it. And you get that knot. And then I just trim the end off, if there is a bit. So to do this particular leaf, you need to cut, I would say approximate. Well, it depends how big. The longer you leave it, because you need to fold it, the longer you leave it, the bigger the leaf. So I'm just going to cut that. Now, I am using the Ombre ribbon, but you can use any ribbon for this. Take out the wire. Sorry, I grab it with my teeth. So you just do that. Now, you do have to, and I'm going to get my tweezers for this when I can find them. Where are my tweezers? You need some long-handled tweezers. So I want the dark green on the outer rim. So fold your ribbon in half. So we've got this, that's about 1, 2, so say 7 inches long, that particular piece. Fold it in half. And then the wider you do it, you can do a very short cut like that. Or you can do a long cut. Now I'm going to do the long cut because I want a longer point on mine. And then you just cut that. Now that doesn't go to waste because you can make another one out of that. And then what we do is we just move that down because we're going to... I haven't cut it past that. It's joined there at the very tip. And we need to seal these together. So you see I've got so much out. Like that. Take your lighter. And we're just going to seal these bits together. Like that. Let's do the end. Make sure that's done. And that seals those two pieces together. See, like that? And then you take your needle and thread. And you sew across that arm. It's like a dart. And you sew across there. And then you sew down the V on the inside. Just be careful when you're pulling your thread out because it can knot. You get them little silly knots in them sometimes. And then you're going to go down the other side as well. Make sure you leave a bit of a gap here between the needle and the end of the ribbon. And then depending on how you want your leaf, you just pull that. So if you want it tight, you can do it really tight like that and you end up with that style of leaf. But I don't want mine too tight because I want it to go under the flower properly. And then you just do a couple of tacking stitches and trim that. And there's your leaf. And it's as simple as that. And they make fantastic leaves. Just even that out a bit. So you've got, that's with a long, this from here to here is longer than that one. See? So the longer you do it, the longer the leaf is. The shorter you do it, the wider the leaf seems to be. So I'm going to do one more like this because I do want that for the next flower. So this is the outer edge, which is this bit here, and the inside bit, which is the whiter one, you know, the paler one, is going to be like that. So we put that between the tweezers. I'm going to cut it. I did it like that before, if you remember. That made the longer petal, longer leaf. I'm going to do a shorter leaf this time, and I'm just going to do it there. And then I'm going to seal that. Like that. Wait a minute. Get that in a bit. I'll seal that off. There you go. And we stitch this in. And then we just pull that in, pull it tight, and you've got one of the wider leaves rather than the long one. And there you go. See? And that's all you do. They're so easy to do, and they look great with flowers. The other thing I wanted to say with one of these flowers, you can add things. You don't need to leave it like that. So just, I'll take that one for instance. You can enhance them all you like. So if you use the little rolled roses, see, I could put a couple of them there like that. And just glue them in. I'm not going to do it on these because these are an order. But you can enhance them. And you could put some little pearls in as well and just make them more beautiful. But they are quite beautiful on their own, so I just wanted to share that with you so you could see it. Even if I did it on the pink one, you know, you can get a different flower. Oh, that, I mean, even that's nice, a brighter pink. And I can take the backs off if I wanted to and just use the rose, which I probably would anyway. But they look fab. You can just do what you like with them. You just add pearls in there. But that's how you do them. And let's just do a... And I do need some more leaves, to be honest, so let me just see. Oh, my scissors are so rubbish. I need to start and buy more, but and we do sell scissors. I have some in the shop there, but they're the big ones, you know, the big metal ones. They're proper dressmaker's scissors, but they're very sharp. I think there's only a couple of pair left, if that, you know, so if you want them, go grab them. So I won't be buying any more in. These, we sell those. With closing the shop down. I don't want to close the shop down, of course. I've been doing this 15-16 years, but I just, with other big companies coming out and nabbing all the customers, and people want it, you know, the day after you've ordered it, or cheap as chips. It's, although we're not expensive, I just can't sustain a business without the customer. And unfortunately, the bigger ones are actually closing us down because the customers are going to them. One, because you can get a certain company, and please don't mention companies on the this channel, but people know who I'm talking about. You know, you get them doing next day delivery, which is fine if you can afford that, but a lot of my customers and followers can't. Or you're getting the other big company that's doing it cheap as chips, and it's not the good quality that you would get from somebody like me. So, you know, swings and roundabout, but it is putting us all out of business. I don't want to shut down. I've never wanted to shut down. But if you're not shopping, I can't keep it going. Because I get a lot of charges and whatnot with everything. Which I have explained. See? Pretty, aren't they? But yeah, but anyway, that's the way it is. I've done 15 years and I'm happy that I've done a good service, and I've had some unique things for sale, and I've satisfied a lot of people's purses. So if I could keep it open, I would, but people would have to shop, and unfortunately that's not happening. But it's not just that, it is because of the economy. But, you know, shopping with other people that are cheap or next day delivery, that is the economy, you know what I mean? But you don't realise when you're doing it that you're putting other people out of business, the likes of us tiny pop-up shops and whatnot. Which, I don't blame you. I don't blame anybody going elsewhere if they can, if they get next day delivery, if they can, you know, impatient, or they want it cheap as chips, you know. It's life. And it is a shame that I'm having to sell everything off and close. But there you go. I've done my bit. I'd keep it open if I could, but I just can't. Without the support from customers, basically. I was only going to have the 40% sale on for a week, and I've managed to keep it open. Is it a month or something like that? It won't be going down any cheaper than what it is, because I have to get my money back. I've laid it out in the first place. You know what I mean? See? So the shorter they are, there we go. Pull that over. Like that. There we go. And that's my leaf. So they're the leaves that I've done. That's how you do them. Enhance your flowers if you want to with things like this. And, you know, what you can make more and put them in like that. But I'm only doing 2 for every flower because this is a personal order. I will be continuing doing my videos. I'm not going to stop those at all. But I can only do it with the materials that I have and what I can afford personally myself, because it'll be, you know, I used to be able to buy from my own shop. Yes, I did buy from my own shop because it kept it going. But now I'll just have to use my own personal income to buy personal stuff and just make videos. So there won't be as many as there used to be. I can't do it. You know, once I've used all my goods up that I've got in stock. Always keep your tools clean if you can. It's important, really. You know. I don't know when I'll be doing another video. There won't be as often as I used to do them, because I'm trying to make my stuff last now. So, has a knock-on effect with everything, doesn't it? But people won't understand that because people are not doing the job I'm doing. Some will, but not everybody. You know. And hope that whatever you're buying from the cheap places is good enough for you and will last you, and hope what, you know, getting your stuff the following day from the big company, that it's satisfying you. I can't not say anything about it because it's my livelihood. Or will be going down the Swanee when I've stopped. But there you go. Those people like me online with small shops cannot compete with the big guys that want our business, that want to take our business away from us and are taking our business away because we don't have the support that we should have. And support we deserve. I've spent 15, 16 years doing this, and I've put a lot of hours in, and the support's just not there anymore. But there you go. I appreciate every single customer I've ever had. I appreciate every single follower that I've ever had. And I didn't do it to make profit. I didn't do it to, you know, be some big guy. I'm not like that. I'm just me doing my own thing. I do all my own advertising, which is not much because I'm not that computer savvy. But I don't have anybody working for me, apart from my sisters that come in now and again to help if there is a decent order. You know? Otherwise I do them and I just take my time with them and get them sorted. But it's a shame because I absolutely love what I do. You know, people want me to continue with the videos, but they can only continue for as long as I can afford to do it. Knock-on effect. We don't get taught that, and we should. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Till next time. Bye-bye for now.